so we're going to continue building this smart money concept bot out, and essentially one of the smart money concepts is buying in supply and demand zones. So I'm trying to be extra smart money here and buy their stop losses, or buy or sell them, buy or sell their stop losses. And I actually got wrecked by my island life here, and the power went out. So power goes out, my internet goes out, and my computer goes out, and the video stops. So that's why we have a part 2 here. And in this part 2, we're just going to keep on moving. So you can see here that it's going ahead and coding out what we need to do here. I asked it to code out essentially a 1.5x supply zone. So we're going to take this supply zone. Let's see how it works here. And we're taking this get open high low close volume. I want to say, but be sure to keep the DF at 96 bars too, but also get the high and low for the 1.5 times 96. So as I mentioned in the earlier video and just before, we're buying the stop losses of supply and demand zone strategies. So a lot of traders trade that, including myself, but I want to try this concept out because I see people in the Discord talking about it all the time, and that's what the Discord's about. We kind of chatter about all types of things and we all crush it together. So let's go ahead and read through here what it says. So essentially, we're going to first change the SD limit to 96, variable to 96, to ensure that we get the last 96 bars. And then we retrieve the open high low close for 1.596 times 96. So that's like a little further. It's like 140 or something. So extended is limit times 1.5. And then we get the extended high, which would be where we sell, because that would be pretty much the next high back. And what we're trying to do here is, sorry, internet went out, everything went out. We're buying at their stop losses or selling at their stop losses, whether we want to go short or long. And if we were to enter here for a supply and demand zone bought short, well, the stop losses are going to be up here, usually at the last long, at the last high. It's a thesis, but hey, that's what I do every day here on this channel. So we're going to build this out and I'm going to run it live. I don't care. And that's what I do here every day on this channel, because I do believe that code is a great equalizer and nobody's sharing this information. So why wouldn't I? So let's say def supply and demand zones, and let's paste in this new function here. And let's read through it to make sure it still looks good. So this is the supply and demand zone limit here. This is the SMA. This creates the data frame. We get the open high low close for 1.5 the limit. So we get the max. The high is the high of the high, and the low is the low of the low. And that's where we're going to be entering. The high for this is that. Okay, that looks good. And then we actually get the open high low close for the limit, and then we get the supply and demand zones. Which I don't even know if we need anymore, to be honest. I'm just going to keep them because it's going to mess up my bot if I don't. And we'll just know that this returns this. So copy this over. Let's just go ahead and paste it right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this down below, and we're just going to go ahead and implement this as our buy orders or sell orders. Doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm going both ways. When it's a raging bull market, obviously go long. But right now it's kind of just a chop show. So let's go ahead, SDZ. And also, well, let's print this out. Not print it, but supply and demand zone. So it grabs the supply and demand zone and the extended high, extended low. which is exactly what we want. And we're gonna go ahead and enter now at the extended high and extended low. So I'm gonna take these numbers here, extended high, and I actually wanna make them a little bit smaller because remember 0.1%. So how do you get 0.1%? Well, let's put extended high here, equals that. Oh my God, I forgot that we're using AI here. This is great. So the high, we're gonna buy a little bit under the high. So if this is the last high, we're gonna try to buy right here. And that, in theory, should be the stops of the last supply zone. So those supply zone traders on the 5 minute right here, or actually this is the 15 minute, it would be up here. Now, should be dope. I'm excited. So we're gonna go ahead and come down here to extended high. Let's go ahead here and see what we can do. So if we're buying, if we're selling, we want to, okay. If we're selling, we want the high. And if we're buying, we want the low. So we want the extended low. Okay, so let's go here and say extended low. And then here, if we're going both directions, I'm gonna put the, again, we want, if the buy order, we want the lowest price. And the high, or the sell order, we want the highest price. So I have a video showing this, all this code and this algorithm already. So feel free to go check it out. Jump in the Discord as well so we can all chat about it. But if my internet goes out again, I will make another part to this. I just want to keep moving. I think we order to buy the stops and essentially of the highs and the lows, which is pretty nice. And I'm gonna let that run. I'm gonna run this algorithm live. I'm using Hyperliquid. It's an exchange that is kind of decentralized, and yeah. Let's go ahead and say done here, because I've got some other things I want to do in order to make this bot even better. So the first thing I want to do is I want to implement a stop loss. So how do you implement a stop loss in Hyperliquid Exchange? Well, let's go over to their docs, Hyperliquid Python. And then from here, we should be able to view their examples. Hyperliquid Python SDK. Let's see if they have a stop loss example. That'd be awesome. Basic adding. I don't think so. Cancel orders. Basic order. Adjust leverage. Cancel open orders. Rounding. What's utils? I don't know. Basic order. Maybe it's under basic order. Basic leverage. Cancel orders. Okay, let's look through some of these docs to see if we can find a stop loss, because it's always easier when we can just use like examples, right? So okay, I don't see anything about stop here, but I might have missed it. So let's put SLOC. That's not a stop loss. Sleep. Okay, fail on that one. This one doesn't have anything, and this one here, limit. Okay, true limit. I feel like it's gonna be in the order section, so maybe there's basic adding. We already did that, I believe. Config.json. Let's go ahead and just keep searching, because I want to figure out how to put these stops in there. I usually like to be a maker, but sometimes I'll have emergency stops. And so essentially these are our emergency stops. Emergency. Because you can see I already have a max loss here at, let's say at negative 5%. Or whatever we put, in the file. It's almost 9:30 a.m., which is an interesting time to watch the market for me as an algo trader. It's how I come up with new ideas sometimes. I'll just like watch. Looks like we got a V-shaped morning. All right, let's keep looking through the documentation to see if we can find anything about stop losses. I know they just released them, at least on the UI. So I'm wondering if it's on the Hyperliquid exchange documentation. Hey, that's me. Hey, that's me again. I like that. Docs. So getting started. Let's go to trading. Assets, fees, order types. Okay, so they have a take profit and a stop loss. Now we just need to figure out how to put that in. Market making, interesting. If you're interested in market making, reach out via Telegram, HyperliquidX. Okay. API. Size. Okay, so abbreviations. This is good that they added this. Info endpoint. Retrieve exchange. Retrieve all users. So we already got what we needed to get done. The main thing, at least. I'm just trying to give you some extra bonus here, and myself, obviously. I gotta build this out. Everything I do, I'm building for myself, and it's just like the added benefit of, hey, I can show you as well. Trigger, reduce only. Oh, take profit and stop loss. Okay. So maybe this is how we do it. Okay, let's go ahead and say this. Let's pass this on to Luxy. And I think she's going to be able to figure this out for us. I think I could figure it out as well, of course, but I would rather just use the AI. Okay, let's say here is how to set a stop loss on Hyperliquid exchange. Paste it. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I miss you so. Okay. Dang, that doesn't paste, huh? It's a weird little type of copy. Does it paste anywhere? No, it doesn't. That's super weird. Okay, so how do I get this in there? Orders. Okay, let's just look at our order function. I'm sure I can just figure this out. So let's make sure I'm over here on my exchange, and we can see I am connected, which is good. And let's go ahead. Ape has the most volume. So we'll just trade that for now. I'm gonna change this actually to Ape. Okay, and now what I want to do is figure out if these stop losses work. So you can see here, this is the stop loss, or this is the exchange. I'll keep that right here on the side. And then we're gonna just look at this object here. I can't believe I can't copy this though. It's so super weird. Anyways, we can just probably just do it. So let's go to order, and somewhere I have an order function. I think it's limit order. Order. Okay. Here it is. And then essentially reduce only equals reduce only. Where is this? Okay, it's a false. It's false. Okay. Whew. I was like, what? Okay, so we have the type, or we have the orders. So this is where we're looking at. We have the asset is by. Then we have SZ, which is the price. And then we have reduce only. Oh, this passes in the limit only. Huh, that's weird. Oh, maybe these don't have to be in order. So order type is this. And then we want to go ahead and pass in trigger. The question is, how do we pass that in? So I see that it's like this. Let's do one of these guys so we can break it and see this all together. So if limit picks is a string. Wait, do we turn it to a string? Round. I don't see where we turn it to a string. So limit price. Oh, it's right here. Sorry, it's a float. So limit price, but it says here a string. That's weird. Let's see what I can come up with here. Trigger? No. I'm pretty new to this exchange. So is market, we would say trigger. So maybe we'll do a comma here. Start with the comma. And then we'll say limit order type. We'll say, let's try something like we did here. Oops. I'm just gonna kind of copy the limit part. And I'm gonna say trigger px equals stop and then is market true, and then TP SL equals TP. Nope, sorry, stop loss. I don't think that's gonna work, B. I would love an example of this actually. So trigger. So let's put stop equals if is buy equals true, that means it's a buy, then our stop equals, if it's a buy, then our stop equals it would equal, excuse me, I'm thinking we want to do 5%. So I'm going to put a stop percentage. -5. So our max loss is -3, but we have a stop percentage as well for like emergency. So let's go back to where we were here. It would equal our entry price, it'd be our limit price, times 1 minus stop percentage. That's not right actually. Because stop percentage is, what is stop percentage? -5. So stop perk equals -5, which is -5% below the limit price. That doesn't make sense actually, because that's 1 plus 5 equals 6. I need to do something like this. Stop percentage is divided by 100, right? Because 5 divided by 100 is 5%, I believe. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that would be the stop. Print. Let's say entry price, print. This is entry. Okay. Perfect. So limit price multiplied by 1 minus 5%. So that should be multiplied by 95. No, that's not going to be right. We need to get 95% of that. I'm just going to use Luxy. My brain's just not working right now. It's super weird. This is such a simple math problem. I need this function or this statement to generate 95% of the limit px, which would be a 5% loss. I am making a stop loss. I can't believe I'm failing on this one right here. So 1 minus stop percentage divided by 100 plus loss percentage so stop percentage minus 100, so 95 plus loss percentage divided by 100. Oh, the market just opened. Let's go ahead and check it out real quick. BTC chatting. Nah, not really. Just kidding, just kidding. Okay. This is actually right. 1 minus 0.95. 1 minus 0.05 is equals 0.95. I don't know why I'm tripping. This is right. Because limit price times 0.95 is what we're doing. So I'm going to say else stop equals limit price times 1.5. Perfect. Okay, that's right. I don't know why I was tripping there, but it is what it is. I be tripping sometimes. Let's go ahead and now see if we can figure out how to get this stop in there. Trigger price. Maybe it'll give us some ideas here. Reduce only order type. So it doesn't say anything about, in the order section. Coin string is by bool SZ float. Limit price. Float. Order type. Maybe it's under order type. So order type. Allo. Or. Oh, okay. I didn't see or. So here is limit. Okay. I think we had to put in 2 orders. Got it. I didn't see this or right here. It'd be cool if that copied over a little nicer. Okay, so let's put all of this here that we just created. Doesn't work, but order placed. Print place order. Where are all these orders? Okay, so that should be good. And then stop. Entry order. Let's say this is a stop order. Maybe we just have to make 2 orders. Entry order. Stop order. And then we'll go ahead and say stop result equals exchange. Come on, write it for me. Okay, perfect. This might be it actually. It should be at SL though. And I'll probably have to mess around with this, to be honest. Reduce only. Don't need that. It's actually a true. We'll set this to true for this one. I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll see. Good till canceled. Well, it says limit. I think this should say, okay, so this is good to cancel. So this says limit and then good to canceled. And here is limit, good to canceled. TIF. So here we should say trigger. Trigger's right there. And then if we're matching it up to here, then we go into this trigger price. Trigger price is equivalent to limit. So wait, is it? Order type is limit, and then inside that bracket so yes, this is how it should go. Limit and trigger should be in the same position. Limit and trigger. And then TIF GTC. TIF GTC. So we should say trigger price. And that should be the stop. What does this say? Not is by. Okay, that turns it to not by. And this will be the trigger price. And then is market. See here, is market. How would we do that? Would we just put a comment here maybe? Is market. Then that would say true. We'll just make a market. This is an emergency. And then we'll say TPSL equals TP. All right. I don't think this is going to work, to be honest, but why not try it, you know? I'm just gonna run this because why not? Let's see what's going on over here. Looks like we just swooped into this supply zone. So a regular supply zone algo would have done well here. I've got plenty of those running, so probably captured that. But hopefully it's exited. Just a quick little win. And then we can just keep moving forward. Let's go ahead and see here. Let's see if this runs. Let's make sure that I'm connected to everything. Oh, maybe my internet's back actually. I'm gonna try to reconnect to my main internet. I'm running off my phone right now. It's no bueno. Looks like we might be live again. Let's see. If my internet goes out again, it's my bad, but it's what it is. Island life, baby. Damn, this sweep that hard. This doesn't really mean much though. I'm looking at the 15-minute chart. This is me explaining the algo we're building. These are the supply zones and we're trying to buy up here. So it's gonna get less trades for sure, but that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to switch my trading computer over now because it looks like our internet's back. And then let's go ahead and just run this and see if it works. Make sure I'm connected. I'm here. I need to make sure I'm not going too crazy with the size, limit, target, minimum account value. Okay. Let's go ahead and run this and see what happens. Starting supply and demand zone calculations. Okay, so we can't do it on 8 because Coinbase doesn't have it. Even though I said I was using Binance, but whatever. Let's just do it on ETH for now. And that's one of my things I want to get to is switch from Binance to that. What do you mean? Oh, that's because it put in the wrong symbol here on the supply and demand zone. It should say Binance symbol. I know it says Binance. It's calling from Ethereum or Coinbase, but it's actually Binance. No, sorry. It says Binance symbol, but it's actually Coinbase. So here, that needs to be Binance symbol. Okay, so let's try this again. So the high, perfect. Coinbase Pro doesn't have it, so it's just the same error down here, because remember we called it twice. I don't know if I should have called it twice. Wait, why would I call it twice? Let's just do this. SDF, or whatever this was called. Let's just take the tail of that, right? Why not? Why would I call it twice? Because I just need the tail, and that will get the support and resistance. Or not the support and resistance, supply and demand zones. Because remember, we did 1.5 right here. What is this error? 273. Okay. Okay, well, maybe I messed something up right there, so I'm gonna take that back. Just paste in this. This should be Binance or Binance symbol here, and let's see if that works. Nice. So this is account value, $100. No open orders, no trading. It's false, not in position. Signal is no or neutral. Okay, so we got messed up here at the trigger price one. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try some things here. I wish that I could copy paste this because I don't want to type it. or. So order type is this or that. So where did this error come in? Okay, so it came in at trigger price. Trigger. Oh, that's because I put, no. Maybe it's not the correct. Let's check out that stop. It should be a float, but does it need to be a number? Or it says number. Trigger price. Oh, you know what? This might be spelled wrong because it's only one G on this one. So I get trigger. So let's try that. No. So trigger price. Okay, let's ask Lexi this question so she can just read through this error a little quicker. I get this error. This is the code. Please explain and fix. So let's go ahead and just grab that whole code here. Paste it in and see what Lux has to say. The error you're getting is because the stop parameter is being passed incorrectly. Specifically, the trigger price is misspelled. Change trigger price. Okay. Well, I mean, the docs say different, but that's cool. I'll just try the right spelling. That makes more sense. See how this does. That'd be awesome if it worked. We can go over to the Ethereum stuff while we're waiting. Where is ETH? Here it is. Status okay. Did it work? Nah. Open orders. I got the limit order in there, but not the stop loss or take profit. So let's see what this says. So on 707, trigger price stop is market. Okay, so it's back on that line. So fail to deserialize the JSON body. Let's go ahead and check this out. I'm glad I was able to deliver on the video already. I mean, I showed you exactly how to buy the stops and or sell the stops, either one. And I think that's the important part. And then this is just like another piece that I would like to get done because it's going to make this algorithm even better. So let's go ahead here. Oops. Why would it ever do that? Here is the code. Okay. The error message is indicating that there is an issue with the JSON format being passed to the API. Specifically, it's saying that the action.order0 order type trigger price field is invalid and expecting a string rather than a number. One possible solution is cast the stop variable as a string before passing it in. Okay, I could try that. This is why I love AI, is because it just gives you possible ideas. And sometimes you get stuck, or I get stuck. I don't know about you. Maybe you're a superhero. But I get stuck, and it's part of the game for me. So let's go ahead and see if that worked. It says number on the documentation, though, so I need 2 open orders here. Let's go ahead and see if I think it should cancel this order. Cool, it canceled it. Set the lev. Okay. So what's this one say? Stop is that. Okay, we gotta round it first. So round it to stop. Let's just do stop equals round stop 1, but also let's just string it right here, huh? String it. String that V. String it. String it. String it. Then we don't have to do that. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but oh man, ETH just popped up pretty hard right there. Wonder what's going on with the, oh my goodness, going crazy. So there's definitely some volatility today. QQQ looks like it's up, up, up. ES1, the VIX is down. ES1, oh come on, B. Let's put this down here, because I need to see what the actual price is. Let's see if it's rounding it correctly. We shall see here in a second. So we just canceled the order. You can't see it on the other screen, but that's okay. Type default. Okay, so it does round it now, which is good. So that wasn't the error. Let's go ahead and see what Luxy has to say about it. I get this error. Here is the code. We're gonna figure this out. I mean, it's just a little weird. Not weird, just I'm not used to this exchange yet. So once I get it done one time though, it's done forever, right? That's the cool thing about coding. The error message is indicating there's a problem with the round function being called. The round function is expecting a floating point number, but the stop variable is a string, because it was cast to a string in the previous line. Did I do that? Be a silly thing. Alright, let's just do this then. Let's round it first. I feel like I already did this though. It's literally what I had. But we'll say stop now. Well, let's try it first without being a string, because the docs literally say number. But it doesn't say float. It doesn't say boolean. It says number. But number as a string, or we'll see. See if it puts in the orders here. Canceled one of them. Nope, not quite. So failed to trigger type, invalid type number, expected a string. Okay, so let's give it the string. I just don't see why that notation didn't work for me, but equals string day stop. I don't see why this is gonna work while the other one didn't work, but maybe I just have my notation off or don't understand how that works. Maybe it turns it to a string first and then rounds it. I don't know. because it looked good to me on the printout. Okay, cancel the order, that's fine, it's still working. So it cancels the orders every time just to make sure that we don't have double orders. Did I try to round it somewhere else? So let's just double check that this is on the 321. Trigger, stop market, take profit. Let's give it one more try here. I might just have to ask in Discord because it's always a good way to figure it out. Above is the code and below is the error. How do I fix it? If it tells me anything about the stops again, I'm gonna jump to GPT-4 and see if she's any smarter. Luxy is for finance stuff and GPT-4 is coming, but it's currently GPT-3. Bro, I literally have that. Now it's not gonna work. I'm just gonna give her the new feedback. So let's give her the error. But when I run the above, I then get this error. Now show it. Show that error. I'm just missing something. I probably just spelled something wrong somewhere. Cancel the orders. See, now it's just gonna tell me to go back to the old stuff. It looks like exchange.order is expecting trigger price to be a string rather than a float. My goodness. Interesting. Let's try this out. I don't think this is gonna work, but I think this is just putting us in a circle, low-key. So stop string. Let's just bring that over to the down here. It shouldn't work because we're just doing the same things in circles, in my opinion, but we'll see. Told you, B. But now I get this. Let's see if it is smart. But now I get this. So this converts the limit price. Stop and stop string variables to float first. Nah, this ain't it, in my opinion. I'm gonna cancel this order just in case that goes down. Okay, so I want to look back at the docs because I feel like I'm just missing something here. I wish this could copy though. Oh, it copied that time. I just have to like hard copy it. Why doesn't it paste into there is my question. Copy link to highlight? No. You just saw it copy, right? I did. Copy. There it is. Okay, there we go. Be above from the documentation, how do I implement the stop? Above is the object. How do I implement the stop loss using their steps? And below is my code attempting to do it, but it doesn't work. I love AI. Oh, it looks like we just hit a little volatility in the market. Let me pull that up in a second. Let me make sure that we get this in there. And while Luxy is doing that, I will show you what just happened. Okay, let's jump over here. What happened to the ES1? Nothing really. QQQ just took a dump, and then that obviously made BTC dump a little bit. So this actually, original supply zone would have been a good sell. Like I said, I've shown you how to build that. So okay, so stop order. Huh. Let's bring this over. I want to look at the docs. Not that I'm smarter than this, but I don't see anything about index price. Do you? No, I don't. Is market. Okay, we're gonna see how much different this is than ours, and then let's put it in there. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's just copy it here. Okay, how much different is that than ours? I don't know, sir. I don't know. I don't like how this is set up though. Let's just make it line up perfectly with ours. Coin, not is buy. But it might be buy. Oh no, it's the opposite because it is a stop. So it's going to be whatever is buy is, but not. Oh God, that's good. I love how you have to think backwards sometimes. Okay, so now we want to pass this in. Maybe it's different. Pass in the trigger. Is it looking different so far? Not looking too much different. Stop string is market. Let's open this up a little bit so we can see all it easier. TP stop loss. Trigger type. That's the one I'm confused on, but we'll get to it. Reduce only equals true. Okay, so let's see what happened here. So trigger type, I don't know why that's in there. I don't know what it is. Is market looks the same. Trigger price, it's again the string, which is fine. Is market's the same. TPSL is TP, which is the same. And then trigger type, I don't see that anywhere. Where did trigger type come from? Maybe we'll ask Luxy that, because she knows everything. Trigger type. Oh, but where in their docs does it say anything about index price? Please tell me. You're right. I apologize for the confusion. The API documentation does not say index price as a valid value for trigger type field. Instead, the documentation simply says trigger type field should be mark price, last price, or index price. You can change the index price string in the code I provided to the one of these values as needed. For example, you can use last price instead of index price. Okay, I don't see that either actually, but we'll check it out. So type, grouping, asset, limit, string, order type, trigger. I think it just added this whole trigger type thing, but there's no trigger type thing, you know? But this actually does look a little different right here, the reduce only. True. Oh my goodness. Reduce only, true. Let's go ahead and just run this one time and see what it can do. I don't think it's gonna work, but I think my next step is just ask around a little bit, because I know somebody's using this. I've been using my own little stop loss to get me out on market, or I mean, as a maker, so I actually get paid to exit or enter, which is nice. But I think it would be good to have an emergency stop, so that's what we're building out. And you already saw the main part of this video, so I hope that you enjoyed that and you saw how we're buying the stops. And this is a smart money concept, because smart money is buying supply and demand zones. So let's be extra smart and buy the stops of those smart monies. And it's going to be less trades for sure, but it's okay. Yeah, same error. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this into their Discord and ask if I can get a little support there. And I'll make a part 3. Or no, I won't make a part 3 because we already finished this video. We already finished what we wanted and what I promised. So I hope you enjoyed it. But I'll make another video later about how to make stop losses inside of the Hyperliquid. So I'm going to say working on this one. Well, I already have a to-do up here. Let's make this blue like that. And then we can just keep mobbing when I get this figured out. I kind of want to give it one more shot, to be honest. Place order, Boolean, limit price. I want to see the error one more time. I'm going to read through it again. Actually, I'm going to try ChatGPT. I'm going to try GPT-4 here. Maybe she knows what to do. And I'll also give her this page here. This page shows how to make a stop loss order on Hyperliquid exchange. Please look at it and figure out how to fix my code, because I get this error. And then I'm going to give it the error. And then I'll say, here is my code. And then we'll just give her my code. And see what happens. Maybe GPT-4 is gonna be able to do this. I don't know. I like to use Luxy because it's for finance, but you know, it's gonna be GPT-4 someday, probably pretty soon actually, but let's see if GPT-4 can do it. Paste. All right. Oh, cancel that order just in case. So we're browsing the web now. See if it can pull in some of that data. Clicking a link. Clicked on link. Nice. Finish browsing. It seems that the page you provided when I clicked on exchange endpoint, the content remains the same and there are no details about how to make a stop loss. Damn. Let's go ahead and try to copy this over then. Give her a little support because she wasn't able to get that. Just over here supporting AI while she supports me. Copy. And does this look different? Not really. Okay, so here, object example that was on that page that you couldn't access. Please rewrite my code in order to work. Now you have this new info. Okay, the object example is provided the payload exchange.order methods based on this your existing code. Let's rewrite the relevant portion of your limit order function to properly form the payload. So maybe we put it into the order. Yeah, that would make sense. But we'll see. API call. Stop payload. What is this? Payload junk. I didn't ask for that. That's okay though. Stop loss. This looks the same. Order type. Oh, it's different. Perfect. This might be it. This might be it, fellas and lady. And one lady. This is it, fellas. No, oh my goodness. I hope this is it at least. Okay, so where are we at? Don't mess everything up, please. Okay, this is the entry order. Paste that in. Perfect. That looks nice. And then the stop order. Holy moly. It's right here. This made it so ugly. It's okay though. Paste it in. Okay. So let's see if this works now. Because this is a little different. As you can see, this order type is change the trigger and then trigger stop. And then is marked as true, stop loss. That'd be awesome. If not, I'm gonna go just work on it on my own time, and then I'll make a video later about how to do it. This is part of the game for me, at least. You know, I build algorithms every single day, and I put them on YouTube because nobody else shares this information. And if nobody shares it, that means that there's people out there like me that are interested in it, and we need to be able to figure this out together. Okay, so line 336 now. I get this error. I'm just gonna have GPT-4 figure this out. I get this error now, and we can look through it as well. So in the buy limit, buy to. Oh, maybe I didn't get rid of it. Yeah. My bad. Where's buy to at? $336. And $723. The error message indicates the exchange.order method is expecting 5 positional, but only 1 is called. So it's because we only passed in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missing 4 required position arguments. Is buy How are we missing 4 though is my question. Let's give this another shot. I'm gonna just paste in this limit order here. And I've got the original one just in case this is all a failure. It's just in a different file. So paste it in here. And then let's go ahead and run it and see what happens now. Same error, pretty much. Line 29. Now I get this error. So trigger price, key trigger price. What's the error say? Oh, this is actually a different error. Cool. So we're I feel like we're making a little bit of a leap here. So the error message key trigger indicates the key trigger price is expected within the order type dictionary near the trigger, but it's not present. It seems there was indeed a typo in the code. Let's correct trigger price to trigger price. Okay. So stop order. I think it was just because their thing says just 1G. If you look at this, it's only 1G here. Trigger. So this is the finale for me. Because after this, I'm gonna go make some breakfast because I've been up for 5 hours and haven't had anything to eat. I'm getting a little bit hungry. Ay. Let's give it one more try. I'm addicted to this. I'm sorry. I can't stop. I have a hard time stopping when I'm trying to figure something out. But I'm sure you feel me. Now I get this error. So GPT-4 has not been better than GPT-3 in this instance. But that's okay. We're going to figure this out. The error message indicates the API is expecting the trigger price value to be a string, but the number is provided as a... So this silly thing again. So let's just try it. We're going to try the string one more time. The only reason I'm continuing to do this is because I thought it changed something here, but now it doesn't look like it changed anything. Dang. Yeah, I'm gonna give it... Dang, I got into a position too. Smokes. I'm gonna get smoked on that. Maybe. We'll see. So let's just put that as a string then. Stop equals string. Round. Stop order. Trigger price. It's interesting though because this is stop order type. Oh, and it passes in here. But this right there, that's one is a string and one's not. Again, this is my finale here. We did get in a position. We are up on that position, but I don't really want to be in a position with no bot running. I think I'm gonna exit out of here. So just close it. or else it's not gonna work. You see, it's just monitoring my position. So that's cool. You see this whole bot, and I'm just happy I'm able to give this to you, because when I first got started algo trading, nobody was there to help. There's no like videos out there, and that's the whole reason I do this, is because like it's two birds with one stone. Like I can just build for myself, and then also at the same time I can show you what I'm building. All right, so that's not working for us. I'm going to go ahead and take this back to the drawing board. I'm going to close that position here. And we're going to go ahead and chat with people figuring out how to do this, because this doesn't seem to be working too well for me. I showed you how to successfully put in the buying at their stops, which is pretty much what I did. Was I took the supply and demand zone and I went 1.5x back, and I found the extended low and the extended highs, and that's a much better place to enter. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me make sure that let me go through all the code real quick, just so, really fastly, so you can, I just want to make sure you get as much value as possible out of this. And you can just screenshot it if you want to use this. I mean, obviously put in your own strategy and make your tweaks, but there you go. There's the first 50 lines. Let's give the second 50 lines here. I'm not going to give a lot of time, so make sure to be screenshotting quick if you want to screenshot. I just want to make sure to give you as much value as possible. You're obviously going to be a great algo trader, and I would love to see you inside the Discord. It's free to join. There's a link below. I'm giving you all my code right here. Just giving you just enough time to screenshot what you want, and then I'm going to go figure out how to make the stop loss and take profit. Actually, I'm not even going to use the take profit, but since this algo already has pretty much a stop loss and take profit in it that will get us on maker fees, I just want to have a like safety backup take stop loss. So I'm just scrolling through just so you can see everything, because I love you, and I love that you've been here this whole time, and I want you to have as much edge as possible. Coding already is an edge, so if you're this far in, you're already a boss. I look forward to chatting with you in the Discord. All right. That link is below for the Discord. If you have any questions for me, I'll be in there pretty much all day. While I'm not coding, I'm in there pretty much. So I just gave you like $1 bajillion worth of code for free. So hope you have a great day. Love you. Talk to you soon.